slide is called the general fund expenditures. This is the total instruction amounts from the district summary budgets, again, and the annual financial. This is the total instruction, which includes the salaries, includes the salaries for teachers, salaries for some classroom assistants, also benefits and supplies, among a few other things. So for last year, you budgeted $142 million for total instruction. You actually spent $129 million for total instruction. But again, there's that $14 million in there again. You budgeted for this year for total instruction $145 million. Now, here's one that's very interesting. Now, Mr. Madmore stated that we don't agree that it would cost $1.6 million for the STEP. We think it's under $1 million. So we really haven't got exactly how much that would cost, but our calculations would be under $1 million. Your own school board budget, right here on this page where it says General Fund Expenditures, Total School Board. Last year you budgeted almost $3 million for your offices. You spent $1.3 million in your budget. But what did you do? You turned around and you budgeted $3.1 million. There's that $1.8 million that Mr. Madmore says cost the STEP. It's in your own budget. I'll remind all the teachers and employees in this room tonight that there hasn't been an across-the-board raise in 3 years. That's not been the only time that there's been a dry time, but that's why we think it's so important that the teachers at the top step get that $1,000, that measly $1,000. Since 1975-76 school year, here are the years. And the superintendent, when there was no across-the-board increase, but the STEP, by the way, was paid. 91-92, Pledger Sullivan. 92-93, Pledger Sullivan. There was an impasse declared, and it was settled they would get the STEP for the remaining 85 days. Am I correct, Ms. Kent? In 93-94, Bernadette Cover declared impasse. The board said, no, we don't agree with the recommendation of the 3.21%. They already gave them the STEP, and then they gave them a $500 bonus each. 2001, 2002, Mr. Gates was here. There was no raise. There was a STEP. And then for the last 3 years, 9-10, Alexis Tibbetts, 10-11, Alexis Tibbetts, 11-12, Alexis Tibbetts, and she's declared impasse on us. I'm about to wrap it up, and I'd like to go back to over a year ago at the October 10th, 2010 school year, and the school board members may want to watch the screen if they can. I don't want you to get a crick in your neck or anything. But there are a couple of real quick clips from the school board members' comments. When we had this, we weren't at impasse, but they were voting on the master contract and the STEP back in 2010. Figure out how to do it. All right.
I know I'm a little prejudiced because, you know, I started in this education 40-something years ago, and here's the only thing that we can't, none of us overlook it. I have to say this because I'd be remiss if I did. The most important thing in this school district is teachers. They all may have to cut things, but unfortunately my idea is I want to start everywhere else but on the back of the employees, and that's the end of it, okay? Cassie, do you have anything?
And I totally agree with what Mr. Kelly and Mr. Hill have said. And for me, I look at it as a matter that is in the contract. It is something that we have entered into in good faith with the unions and the district, and I will support that. It's very difficult, but I honor the contract of what's been presented.
And I would just like to remind the board, this is the contract that was in effect in 2010. It's the one that's still in effect. Thank you.